Castles in Britain, Scotland and Ireland have long stood as symbols of power, defense and heritage. These magnificent structures scattered across the landscape tell tales of rulers and regimes, wars and victories, courage and resilience. They are more than just stone and mortar. They are a testament to the human spirit and the relentless pursuit of security and supremacy. Historically, castles served a dual purpose. They were both formidable fortresses, built to withstand enemy attacks, and grand residences for nobility. Over time, their design evolved to meet changing military strategies and societal needs. The earliest castles, known as motte and bailey, were made of wood and sat atop a mound or motte. Stone keep castles, stronger and more durable, came next, followed by the even more impressive concentric castles, with their complex layers of defense. Now, let's dive into the fascinating journey of castle construction, from the earliest motte and bailey structures to the magnificent stone fortresses. The story of castle construction begins with the humble motte and bailey castles. These were the first castles to grace the landscapes of Britain, Scotland and Ireland, and their design was both simple and effective. Imagine, if you will, a raised mound of earth, known as a motte. Atop this motte, a wooden keep, or tower, would be constructed, acting as a lookout point and the last line of defense. The motte was often surrounded by a ditch filled with water and a protective wooden fence known as a palisade. Adjacent to the motte was a courtyard, or bailey, enclosed by the same palisade. The bailey housed the castle's auxiliary buildings, including stables, bakeries and living quarters. A bridge or set of stairs connected the motte and bailey, forming a castle that was easy to defend and hard to attack. A sterling example of a motte and bailey castle is Windsor Castle in England, one of the oldest and largest inhabited castles in the world. Initially, it was a wooden structure built on a motte, surrounded by a bailey. Over time, however, the wooden parts were replaced with stone, and additional fortifications were added, transforming it into the magnificent castle we see today. Meanwhile, in the rugged Highlands of Scotland, Dunstafnage Castle offers another example. Originally, it was a motte and bailey castle, constructed in the 13th century. Although it has undergone many changes over the centuries, the castle's original earthwork motte is still visible, offering a tangible link to its motte and bailey past. These motte and bailey castles were not just defensive structures, but also symbols of power and control. They showcased the might of the lord who commanded them, acting as a deterrent to potential invaders. Despite their seemingly rudimentary design, these castles were a testament to the ingenuity of their constructors. The motte and bailey design was a crucial step in the evolution of castle architecture. It set the stage for more complex designs, paving the way for the stone keeps and concentric castles that would later dominate the landscape. These early structures laid the groundwork for the evolution of castle design. As castle construction evolved, the stone keep castle emerged as a symbol of unyielding power. These stone fortresses, a step up from the wooden structures of motte and bailey castles, were designed to be impenetrable strongholds. The transition from motte and bailey to stone keep castles marked a critical point in the history of medieval architecture. Builders moved away from wood, a material susceptible to fire and decay, and turned to stone, a material that offered increased strength and durability. The stone keep castle typically consisted of a central tower, or keep, surrounded by a fortified enclosure. This new design not only provided superior defense against attacks, but also offered a more comfortable and luxurious living space. Let's take a moment to appreciate the grandeur of the Tower of London, one of the most iconic stone keep castles in England. Constructed by William the Conqueror in the late 11th century, the Tower of London was built with a central white tower, a massive stone keep, which served as a royal residence and a demonstration of Norman power. It was a formidable structure, a testament to the might of the new ruling dynasty. On a similar note, another impressive example of stone keep castles is the Trim Castle in Ireland. Built in the 12th century by Hugh de Lacy, the castle boasts a three-storied keep, a curtain wall and a moat. Trim Castle was a strategic military outpost and a symbol of Norman strength in Ireland. Both the Tower of London and Trim Castle, with their robust stone structures and intricate defensive systems, epitomise the power and prestige associated with stone keep castles. They were much more than just fortified residences. They were statements of authority, designed to impress and intimidate. Stone keep castles marked a significant leap in castle construction, but the evolution didn't stop there. The development of castle architecture continued, with each new design striving to improve upon the last, leading to even more formidable fortresses in the centuries to come. The concentric castle with its multiple layers of defense represents the pinnacle of medieval castle design. This architectural marvel was born out of a need for enhanced security and a display of might. Its defining feature? A series of walls embedded within each other, like the layers of an onion, providing multiple lines of defense against potential invaders. Concentric castles were not just about protection, though. They were a symbol of power, a statement of wealth and influence. The complexity of their design and the resources required to build them made them a privilege of the powerful. Let's take a closer look at the design of these colossal fortresses. The heart of a concentric castle was the inner ward or keep, the last line of defense. This was usually the highest point of the castle, providing a vantage point to survey the surrounding landscape. Around the keep, there were one or more outer walls, each progressively lower. The space between these walls, known as the bailey, could house a variety of buildings from chapels to granaries and even stables. The outer wall, meanwhile, was not just a simple barrier. It was often punctuated with towers, providing additional defense points and allowing archers a clear line of sight to approaching enemies. A moat, a wide, deep ditch filled with water, often surrounded the entire structure, acting as a further deterrent to attackers. To illustrate, let's travel to the Caerphilly Castle in Wales. Built in the late 13th century, it is a prime example of a concentric castle. Its massive water defenses and series of imposing stone walls and gatehouses were designed to thwart even the most determined of attackers. Or consider the Edinburgh Castle in Scotland. Perched atop a volcanic rock, its formidable layered defenses have stood the test of time, witnessing centuries of history unfold. These formidable fortresses stand as a testament to the architectural prowess of the medieval era. They remind us of the lengths to which our ancestors went to ensure their safety and assert their power. The concentric castle, with its intricate layers and strategic design, truly embodies the spirit of the medieval age. From humble beginnings to impressive fortresses, the history of castle construction is a tale of architectural evolution. We've journeyed through the age of motte and bailey castles, simple yet strategic, marking the dawn of medieval fortifications. We've seen the stone keep castles rise, reflecting an era of growing power and influence. Their towering keeps a symbol of unyielding strength. And we've marveled at the ingenious design of concentric castles. Their layers of defense are testament to the advancements in military strategy. Each evolution, each transformation, tells a story of the times and the people who lived in them. Today, these stone giants stand as monuments to the past, their weathered walls whispering tales of battles, feasts, and intrigue. Their legacy lives on, not just in the history books, but in the very landscape of Britain, Scotland, and Ireland. These castles, scattered across Britain, Scotland, and Ireland, continue to captivate us with their rich history and architectural splendor. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to Planet Earth Explorations for more.